Monday.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher, what do you have over there, sir?
All right, I want to start with Brandon Staley, and I'm going to say his overzealous fourth down calls this season cost the Chargers a playoff spot.
That is not an overreaction
come on, bro.
at all.
We like you. Don't do dumb things on the football field.
But as he told you this week, and when he was on last Tuesday, he pointed out they won a game in Kansas City because he did stuff like that. But your own 18-yard line, he said it would have been a drive starter, a nice drive starter. Let's start the drive on the next one after a punt. I think you had a 3-and-out with your defense. Like, let's do that. I mean, the tenor kind of changed after that. You gifted him 3. I mean, and then you went 3-and-out, and they went all the way down the field. It changed. Those 10 points changed. I mean, it changed. Obviously, they came all the way back.
It changed the whole game.
They have a remarkably talented quarterback and a very resilient team. And Staley's a smart guy, but I will just at this point in time with the 2020 perfect crystal clear hindsight say that is not an overreaction right there, Chris.
So frustrating.
What else you got over there?
All right. The Dolphins made a big mistake firing Brian Flores.
I don't know what was going on in that building. I just simply don't know what was going on in that building at all. And I know Florio called Stephen Ross sort of an absentee owner who kind of flies, or a helicopter owner, or a private jet owner who flies in and flies out. But he had to have heard. I mean, and I know people think he's a terrible owner of this team, or he's not a very good sports owner, but guy knows business well enough that his name's everywhere on my college campus, one of the top business schools in the nation.
It's not a football team.
I know that. And it's a different business that he has had a struggle getting wins for. I just don't know enough about what was going on in that building to say it's an overreaction. But to take somebody who clearly has a sense of his team and clearly had an ability to keep selling something when it was tough. You were selling ice in winter to a team, say, hang in there when you're 1-7, and they finished above 500, they went 1-7, finished with an above 500 record.
Crazy.
And swept the Patriots. Like, good luck finding a coach that knows how to sweep the Patriots. That's what you got to do in your division. So it seems like that's makes sense. They made a big mistake firing him, but I just don't know the details of inside the building. What else you got over there?
All right, the biggest choke job of Sunday season long, the Colts Carson Wentz gamble was a massive failure.
I don't know if it's a failure yet. You can't say that. Let's see what he does next year.
They gave him a first-round pick.
Let's see what he does
and didn't
next
make
year.
the playoffs.
Let's see what he does next
All
year.
they had to do was beat a 2-win team playing for nothing.
Let's see what we got.
They fired their head coach.
A first and a third, they could have gotten the same results if they didn't have Carson Wentz. So.
Again, I was in a firing mood. I wanted everybody fired.
I know that.
Staley fired. Frank
Honestly.
Reich fired. This is one of the
He wanted
biggest
Del Tufo
choke
fired.
jobs. Mike,
You know,
sorry,
and
I
this-
wanted
I
you
mean-
fired. Biggest flops that I can remember.
Yeah,
At
but
least
they
a decade.
they started out 0-3, 1-4, and then finished 0-2, and in between was one of the best teams in football. So what do you, with a terrific running back where they weren't turning it over and they had a stout defense, that's what you need to win. It was just the bookends were just kind of
and
awful.
you know what the problem was? The quarterback.
Quarterback didn't throw an interception on the road all year until the final week. And by the way, every other quarterback since Andrew Luck has lost in there in Jacksonville. I'm not ready to just toss it yet, but it was a tremendously disappointing finish to the season. And, the thing I love about Overreaction Monday before we continue on here is how you get upset when I don't agree with it.
I'm sorry.
Meaning you're overreacting to everything. Like, these are all your beliefs.
He believes them all.
As opposed to setting up, like saying, I don't really believe this, but I know this is what's being said. Like, you take offense when I don't agree with it.
Well, he's writing the segment, of course.
I understand that. No, but the idea is to set things up where I'll
Well, no,
agree
I
with
really
some and I
felt
won't agree.
passionate about
It's
that
not a good segment if I agree with all of them. right?
True.
Right.
What else you have over
No,
there?
I need you to disagree with
I
me.
just felt the need to just pause
No, you're right.
about how the sausage is getting made here. Now we go back to our regularly scheduled segment. Chris, what do you have over there?
All right. The obituary for Jimmy Garoppolo has been written so many times.
Yes.
And I hate it. The Niners are the most dangerous road team in the NFC playoffs.
That's a fact. That's true.
Stand up. This team is good.
Dude, I'm telling you.
And you know what they're going to do this weekend? They're going to beat the Cowboys. I mean, come on.
I don't think that's an overreaction at all. And I think you, sir, over there, TJ Jefferson, Cowboys fans are like, it's a 3 seed. It's great they weren't the 4 seed. And you didn't want to see Arizona again because you saw what happened 2 weeks ago. But I'd rather take on Arizona minus DeAndre Hopkins than the 49ers coming in with the old head of steam and the house money being on the table. I'll tell you this, the Rams losing that game yesterday didn't cost them a home playoff spot. It cost them 2 spots in the seeding, though. And if they had stayed put at the 2 seed, they would have avoided a trip to Green Bay, which we're assuming you're going to have to take to make the Super Bowl this year. They would have pushed that off all the way to the last possible minute in NFC Championship game appearance as the 2 seed. Now, a win might just send them there, unless the Niners win against the Dallas Cowboys, and they're the ones who go there because we're assuming the Eagles aren't going to beat the Bucs. So put it all together. If the Niners beat the Cowboys and then somehow knock out the Green Bay Packers because they are what we believe the toughest road team right now, the Rams had a chance to just kill him off right there and couldn't do it. The rest of the NFC would much rather see a Saints team with a terrific defense and a great head coach and that banged-up quarterback situation. They'd much rather see them in the playoffs than this Niner team. That's a fact. What else you got over there?
Florio kind of stepped on this one a little bit, but we're still going with it.
Go for it.
The rumors are hot right now, but Jim Harbaugh is going to stay at Michigan.
I don't know the answer to that right now, but that is a terrific supposition that I will say is, I hope, a proper reaction.
Because I think the spot that he wants to go
Is where?
is Las
Vegas.
Vegas. But they're going to win this weekend, so they can't fire the pit boss after that.
I don't know about that. I have no idea. Anybody wants to sit here and say they know what Mark Davis is thinking? Good luck. Just don't go down.
true.
Don't go down the street with that to some casino. I don't know. Because he does love it there, and he's got a great situation there, obviously, in terms of his living and in terms of being there. That's what we all assume. Yeah. But I hope you're right, man. Because I'd rather stay this course right now, brother.
Everyone wants him to zig, just zag and stay one more year.
One more year? Keep going. Sign him long term. Take all that money. By the way, you know who's probably going to be giving it to the Alumni Association, too, is the owner in Miami. Says he doesn't want him taken away.
Yeah, probably.
What else, Chris?
All right, 2 more. The more and more I think about it, Cooper Kupp should be MVP. But if he doesn't win MVP, then a non-quarterback will never, ever win it again.
Yeah, I don't like the word never, but he's had he was so incredible. I mean, there was that game, that drive where he capped off with his touchdown.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
And the NFL on Fox crew with Buck and Aikman and the rest had a great montage of a big 3rd down catch that he made, a huge block that he made to open a hole for Sony Michel to set up the throw to him in the end zone. That's MVP stuff. Nails catch when you need it to continue a drive, doing the extra dirty work. Aikman called him the best blocking receiver in the league.
Where would they be without this guy? Probably not in the playoffs.
Certainly not having a home playoff game, that's for sure. Got one more over there,
Yeah,
Chris?
that actually looked a little bit better before they blew the game, but I still stand by it. All right, last one, guys. Super Bowl favorite is
Green Bay?
I have no idea. Shrug emoji.
Oh, no,
It's the most wide open tournament we've ever had.
No, it's not Green Bay. No. It's the guy on the screen right
What?
now.
No.
It's the Green Bay Packers. They're the
Most
Super Bowl
wide
favorites.
open tournament ever.
I think you might be right.
dozen
Anybody
teams
could beat
could
anybody.
win.
No, I understand that, but the favorite is Green Bay. They're the 1 seed. Aaron Rodgers might be the MVP. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are one of the best quarterback wide receiver combinations out there. We've got our guest tomorrow, David Bakhtiari. He's back. It looks like Zadarius Smith is going to be back. Jair Alexander is going to be back. They're getting healthier. Normally, this is where you need that bye week to get healthy. They're getting healthier without it. You know, Rodgers is out of F's to give. The defense is terrific. The offense is terrific. They've got home field throughout. Old man winners on their side. They should make the Super Bowl and win it.
Did the Buccaneers get worse?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to say.
Yes, they did. Chris Godwin's out.
That's
Antonio
right.
Brown is strip sacked himself.
Fournette's coming back.
No, are you sure about that?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, guys.
Tom Brady's still
I mean,
quarterback.
you have Mike Evans and
I'm
Tom
not
Brady.
jumping
and,
off the
I-
Bucks. I'm just saying you're saying, like, what is it? Who's the favorite?
Who's the favorite?
Is it anybody? Like, I don't know.
That's what I mean.
No,
Anybody.
it's Green Bay.
Shrug. I don't know who the favorite is. Green Bay,
All right.
Tampa Bay.
I'm sorry I don't agree with you.
Come on!
He overreacts
We
when
need to-
I don't react properly.
Are we gonna
Do you see that?
are we going to have to split screen this show now?
No, we're good. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.